Hello everyone, welcome back to Madden 2001, the Bengals series, and what could potentially be, the last episode of the series. Whether we win or lose, man, it is a win and in situation as far as I'm concerned. The playoff scenarios don't make a ton of sense in this game. It's weird, but we are currently 8-7, matched with the Cleveland Browns in our division at the 5th and 6th spot, with the Titans, who are 7-8, sitting behind. So I'm guessing whether or not we win or lose today could thrust us out or in. So our final test of the season, what decides our fate, is the Atlanta Falcons out of the NFC. So a non-conference game is going to essentially decide our season here. And don't be confused, because I certainly was. But this Atlanta Falcons team is 12-3 heading into this game, okay? We stack up very well against them. It's a younger Falcons team. In my years of playing these early Maddens, the Falcons never put it together, like pre-Michael Vick. They never figure it out. But for some reason, this team has. So their numbers aren't very good, but they've played very well this season. So, I mean, look at that. We stack up in every single category, but this Falcons team, has some talent here with this young quarterback, Jamie Pounds. So on 3rd and 10, Pounds releases one and finds a receiver along the sideline to get the first down. We're going to have to play really tight defense because we were playing really laxed last week against the Ravens. Even though we won, it was a really poor defensive performance. Some of the most points this defense has given up, just period, since I've been here. So we need a little bit better defensive performance against the Falcons. We're at home. The stadium's not completely packed, which I guess you'd think it would, but we have lost quite a few games. So I get why it's not a packed house here. But you'd think the city of Cincinnati would want to watch and see if their boys can get into the postseason, or perhaps I guess they have already lost the faith on this regime, this GM and coach regime. So 1st and 10, Jamie Pounds uncorks one again and finds an open man who shakes off the one defender and gets into the end zone. And he's going to sell on us, man. He's going to chug. He's going to do the football chug. Wow. Tim Dwight doing the football chug all over us. So Jamie Pounds, the young quarterback, already finds a way to get this Falcons offense into the end zone early. So we're going to be playing from behind yet again. So the first quarter comes to a close. The Falcons holding a 7-0 lead. So hopefully we can get moving on offense. And Achilles Smith drops back, uncorks one across the middle to Jason Sharper. Again, man, that's his guy. You know it's his guy. He's been there. 10 receptions, 161 yards, and a touchdown in the last game. Just really impressive stuff from a tight end. And I guess he's going to continue that production today. So on a 3rd and short, Achilles Smith's got to get a yard, and he gets about a lot more than that. He gets about 7 or 8 yards as he finds Jason Sharper again for another first down. So we're going to hand it off to Joel McAvick, who's got a nice little hole, and he goes up to the right side, but gets brought down after getting maybe 4 or 5. A nice little handful, nice little chunk. So on 2nd and 4 now, Achilles Smith dropping back. Pressure is on and off his back foot. He flips out to Chris Waller, who hauls it in for the first touchdown, the first Bengals touchdown of the day. So we do answer back to this Falcons squad. And this is not going to be an easy game, as I stated, man. This is still a good Falcons team. They're young, but they're good enough to win 12 games. So, and we certainly are not. So on 1st and 10 now from the 20 for the Falcons, Jamie Pounds dropping back, pressure's on, and off his foot he uncorks one and finds an open receiver. And the defense has just been thrown out of position, and no one is going to catch him. They're in pursuit, but no one's got that kind of speed. This dude is a freaking madman. As Jamie Pounds gets another receiving touchdown. So the Falcons take a 14-7 lead over us lowly Bengals. And now under 2 minutes, they're going to try and run a 2-minute drill here, get back into the end zone, as Achilles Smith uncorks one across the middle of the field. I think it's Corey Dillon. It is Corey Dillon out of the backfield, making a nice, huge, deep reception to get us in to Falcon territory. And the clock is going to run, and we're going to try and run tempo here. We've got to run about 40 yards downfield in order to get to the line of scrimmage. As Achilles Smith drops back again, clean pocket, uncorks one to Chris Waller again. But that one is dangerous. It was batted down, safely batted down, fortunately. So on 2nd and 10, Achilles Smith again, 1:17 left to go, and he uncorks one across the middle of the field and finds his man Jason Sharper again. So I guess the defenses have started to key in on Peter Warwick and Chris Waller. So now I guess Jason Sharper's the only open receiver left these days. So Achilles Smith finds Corey Dillon, another open receiver, cuts up field and gets brought down at about the 2-yard line. Just couldn't quite get into the end zone. We're going to call timeout here because we want to get into the end zone if possible. We don't want to walk away with 3. We want 7. So we hand it off to Corey Dillon, who fumbles the football but turns around and picks up his own fumble. He looked like the dude in Saving Private Ryan picking up his own arm. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. He was just stood up there. So on second and goal, 52 seconds, a few yards behind. Achilles Smith is going to keep it himself. He is a scrambling quarterback. Contrary to popular belief, he is a scrambler, but goes nowhere there. So on third and goal, we're going to run the hurry up, try and conserve some time. They send the kitchen sink, and we flip this one to Kinney, the backup tight end, and that one we cannot connect. So fourth and goal, we're going to have to bring out John Green and take our 3 points, and we're going to like it. So 10-14 is going to be your score here, which is 35 seconds left in the first half. But the Falcons still have an opportunity with the football, so they're not going to be just silenced in that 35 seconds as Jamie Pounds floats around in the pocket and uncorks a deep ball and finds an open target. I mean, he wasn't even open. He was double covered, but somehow he came down with it. We just keep getting killed on the deep ball, man. So first and 10 with 22 seconds left to go. The Falcons are still planning on getting any kind of pointage they can. As Pounds goes to the running back out of the flat here. It's a big boy, too. Very big boy. And he gets absolutely picked up and dropped on his back out of bounds, which will stop the clock. So 15 seconds left to go. Second and 6. Pounds, clean pocket again, rolls around in that pocket, and he floats it out to his tight end, who can't quite haul that one in, heading towards the sideline. So on third and 6, the Falcons will just take their points and be happy with it, and they do get it as Woodcock nails home the 46-yarder, and so 17-10 is going to be your score after one half of play. So we are still very much in this thing, but playing from behind, we're going to have to even the score a little bit, if at all possible. So Achilles Smith drops back, uncorks one across the middle again. Jason Sharper is there again. Man, he was just bad in those stats, man. I think Jason Sharper is a Pro Bowler this season, and it's probably because of this. So we're facing a 3rd and 7 here, just outside the red zone. We got to get into the end zone if at all possible, and Achilles Smith cannot connect with his receiver across the middle. Man, Achilles Smith loves the middle of the field, doesn't he? He loves the checkdowns in the middle of the field. So we bring out John Green to nail this one through, and he doinks it, man. Doinks it. This is well within John Green's range, and if anything, I would say this is his sweet spot where that one was kicked from, and he had plenty of power, just doinks it, man, and it's a rare doink, a rare just true miss for John Green, but he has missed a few this season, and that's going to end the third quarter, so really kind of massive not having those 3 points, because we could take the lead over the Falcons with another score, but we're going to hold at 10-17, so the Falcons are going to try and essentially just play keep away from us for the rest of the fourth quarter. We're going to try and end this one and get to 13-3. And so Woodcock they bring out, and he nails home a 52-yarder. Mr. Billy Woodcock, what a name. Looks more like a quarterback than a kicker, but it doesn't matter because he nails it through. So 20-10 is your score, but we have plenty of time to get 10 points. Plenty of time. We've already struggled all half to get the first 10 points, so no guarantees here, but a huge pickup by Peter Warrick is a great way to start it, as we are now flipping the field and getting into Falcon territory, thanks to a huge play off the back of that man. A GOAT from the beginning of the series coming through at a clutch moment. And that ball is bobbled around between 2 receivers, and it ends up in a Falcon player's hands. Oh, no. Okay. We managed to get the football back here, and now out of desperation, we're going to try anything as Achilles Smith goes for the deep ball to Beasley, who hauls it in at about midfield. So that interception might have been a dagger. If we can't score in essentially the next play or two and try to get the football back, I don't know what we're going to manage to do. So on 1st and 10, pressure is in Achilles Smith's face, and he finds Chris Waller immediately off of the snap, who hauls it in. Doesn't get a ton, but he definitely does get enough for the first down. So we're going to continue to move the football. Minute 15 left to go. Achilles Smith dropping back. Clean pocket. Pump fakes. Standing firm. Uncorks another deep ball. And he cannot connect with, I believe it was Chris Waller. I mean, they're showing Beasley, but I think it was Chris Waller who couldn't get it. So on 3rd and 10, just over a minute left to go. Pressure is on to Achilles Smith, and he throws this one right in a Falcon player's face. Just doinks him right in the face. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10. And we're just going to take the points, man. And John Green is brought out, and he misses that one. 6 points now left off the board. This could be a 16-20 game, and instead John Green misses 2 field goals. Our offense becomes completely ineffective in the second half of this ball game, and the Falcons are going to get their 13th win of the season. You'd think they'd be benching starters here. I guess they're not. Oh, man. That's how this ends. Unceremoniously, this is how this ends. Oh. A very winnable game at home against a team that we really just, I guess, are better than statistically, but I don't know. I can't keep making excuses. Kelly Smith doesn't have the best game, which, really doesn't help. Corey Dillon, does something, I guess. Jason Sharper, the leading receiver again. Really cannot afford to have that with the receiving core that we have, our 1 and 2 option, but they've been struggling to get open, so maybe that's just what it is. I don't know. I'm really defeated, man. This is not the way I planned for this all to end. I guess there's still a chance that we are in the playoffs, I guess, considering whoever wins and loses in Week 17, but well, I don't know, man. That's essentially how that one ends, but we're going to end it here off of the coaching screen. I'll see if I can get in and look over all the stats and stuff and see if we can get one more little episode or something, but this is effectively the end, considering we didn't really reach the playoffs. So approval rating at 38%, never really got much higher than that. Overall record of 50 and 51 and 1. We did have the one tie. But I mean, yeah, it says right there on the screen, we're not in the playoffs, so we already know we didn't clinch. So, yeah, a tough end, a very tough end, but that essentially and effectively ends this Bengals series, man. So, I appreciate everyone for watching and sticking along here. Again, I might get in and see if I can look at the stats, but yeah, that's essentially it, man. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Madden series.